What you said?
I can't see you.
Oh shit. Well, I don't want nobody else to see it. Hold on.
Well, everybody's gonna see you.
Did you see me now? You say yes? Well, I gotta clean up.
You need more light.
My phone not charged. Huh?
You need more light. Big, you need more light.
I'm doing it. I'm trying to get more light. That better? No?
Sit in front of the window, boy.
Oh, like this. Like this. Is it better?
Ladies and gentlemen,
yes.
It is time for I'm Just Saying Live, okay? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm simply Tennille, your host, and we are going to have a wonderful mid-morning show, no matter how many antics the husband over there tries to bring up in the middle of it. I was trying to wait on him, and he still was cutting up. Just don't want to do right. Now, remember that this is a show where the morning brew gives us the energy to provide you the best in edutainment, period. So sit back, relax, get ready to learn something, be amazed, and have a lot of fun right here on this show. We're about to give you our twist of the week's headlines, and you can interact. Please, 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 because we are up live on Facebook Live right now. So make sure that you post your comment. You share with your friends and family so they can get in on the conversation as well. Now, we got entertainment, we got education, we got a little fashion, relationships, all kinds of stuff. But our special segment today is Measure Twice, Cut Once with Mr. John Wyndham. So make sure you stick around for that at the top of the hour, okay? You can follow me at simply.Tennille on Instagram. Where can they follow you?
Call me _Ant.
All
you got
right. Me. Okay. So Ant is over there trying to get himself together. We're gonna allow him time for that. But on today's agenda, we got more Blacks being phenomenal. Of course, we've got Tennille's Touchy Subjects, and I've got a movie that I want to share with you because I know the kids are out for summer. And y'all need to make sure y'all prepared for that because it's getting real crucial over here. Okay. Now, Anthony, it's time for us to do the weekend recap.
What? Oh, don't you let me start.
Well, I'm definitely going to let you start. We had Anthony's family's or our family's family reunion this weekend. What a joyous time it was. Tell me a little bit about how you enjoyed the family reunion, because I know that there are tons of people out there planning, getting ready for their reunions. This is probably like their first year back. What suggestions do you have for them?
First of all, as somebody say, we need an itinerary. We need to know who's gonna cook, who's gonna bring what, who's gonna do what, participate in what games, because baby, I didn't know Black people act like that.
You know what? I think that you did. I think that you did know. You just didn't care.
Oh, that's what it is?
Listen, so the family came out. We were out at Beeson Park, had a great time. It's really good when everybody gets together. No matter how much drama there has been in the past, a lot of that dwindles down when it's a time like this because everybody is so happy to see each other, especially when those who don't normally get the opportunity to pop out. But remind you this, there was record heat indexes this weekend. It was hot to be outside at the park. Okay.
But it was okay. We had a nice little breeze. It was still hot. Shouldn't have been out there playing kickball or volleyball, but the kids had fun. The wife had fun. The seniors had fun. So it was very entertaining. And we had a special guest come through there, Lil JT with his
I'm
Hoochie
not
Daddy
playing.
shorts on.
Listen, it is definitely Hoochie Daddy shorts. It's definitely Hoochie Daddy short season, and guys are out there definitely rocking them. I don't know how their families are taking it. This one was recorded the entire time he was there. He danced, he had fun, but and we're not gonna rag on him because he was very comfortable in his stuff. Now, it's one thing to be out there and not be comfortable. He was chilling. He was big.
Oh, he's always comfortable, no matter what he wear or does. He don't care.
It was also graduation season this weekend. So we want to congratulate Jeremiah Antoine, who is going off to college, here shortly.
Yes.
Not wait, because it is just making all of our nerves bad, trying to get to that point where he is grown and gone. Okay. Let's say that.
San Angelo State.
San Angelo State is getting a good player, a good kid. The other thing is we want to congratulate his mother on getting him here to this point as well, because, I don't think moms and dads get enough accolades when it comes to the kid graduating. There are several students every single year who do not graduate on time. Can you talk about that just for 2 seconds? Anthony, because there's what do you do at that point when you've told everybody that your kid is about to graduate and that there's no walking across the stage because everybody be looking for it?
Yeah, they want to attend, they want to go, and that most of all they want to congratulate this child for the 12 years of success that he's accomplished, and he's getting ready to go out and better himself. But when that child is not going across that stage, I think that's very embarrassing and heartbreaking too. Not only for the parents, but also for the other family members too, because we've been trying to do our best to help this child, to get where they need to be.
So, do we say that the parents who are going through that they saw it coming most likely?
Maybe, yeah, because there are always signs. And you got the report card grades. So if you're not checking in on your child or checking his report card grades and all this, so hey, is my son gonna be promoted to the next grade? His ass better be at summer school.
Okay.
Getting it together.
Here's the next thing I want to talk about. Over the course of the weekend, Baddies, which is a reality TV show, Baddies South. Okay, Zeus Network for Houston put on a premiere this weekend, done by Latoria Lemon. I'm always trying to get out to her events because she always lets us know what's going on, what's popping up in Houston, Texas. Okay, so I need you guys to go and check out some of my friends' pages. They have some really great stuff up, but they have an official teaser on Zeus for Baddies South, and I definitely need you guys to go and check that out. Okay. That's not an upcoming event. That event happened over the course of the weekend. Also, Burns Barbecue. Let me tell you a little bit about Burns Barbecue. And they gave away some scholarships on the weekend. And so I need you definitely to make sure that you show that some attention. So go check out their Instagram page so that you can see the winners of the scholarships and the different things that they had going on this weekend. Now, Anthony.
Wait. I got a question. You talked about what Burns Barbecue was doing, but is their barbecue good?
Their barbecue is good to me. You don't like their barbecue?
Is it good or just good to you?
No, I'm saying,
is it good to you?
I'm asking, do you not like their barbecue? Because I don't really play with people's food like that. You don't like their barbecue? Tell the truth. Shame the devil.
I don't know. I don't remember what it tastes like.
I don't remember
what it tastes like. Just have some fun when I get back.
You know what? You just want some barbecue. That is ridiculous. So Anthony is out traveling, on the road as usual. Tell us a little bit, because we are doing this little summer session of truck drivers, their families, what it's like out on the road. That was one of the reasons that we invited you guys to tune in. So tell us a little bit about where you are and what you got going on today. Call me Ant.
Well, right now I am in a small town called Dumas, Arkansas.
What's
I'm
up,
probably about
Dumas?
2.5 hours from drop off up here and 2.5 hours away. But baby, let me say, when they got these little shack called hotels or whatever you want to call them, look like the Bates Motel and looking like stuff from the 1930s. Some of them look like slave cabins. I'm not going to that shit. So I found me one that's a lot.
Early in the morning for that much energy toward the hotel.
Hey, you asked me.
I did, but golly.
And somebody needs to tell our president to take these diesel prices down. Diesel down here is $5.59, almost $6 a gallon.
He out there and the struggle is real. Please post your comments on our Facebook Live in regards to how you feel or what you think the president needs to do about these gas prices. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to be able to post up some flyers, but I'll have to put them in the comments. The Shrine of the Black Madonna is also going to be doing some happenings this weekend. I didn't get them in time to be able to put them as part of my slideshow, but upcoming events is next. Okay, so first, I'm going to share my screen. You know, I like to share my screen, right? And then I'm going to talk to you.
What you share? What you share?
You said, what am I sharing?
Yeah, I'm like people. We the people want to see.
Let's see. So that was the end of our weekend recap, but let's see what we got here. All right.
So our truck drivers out there, we need y'all to call in, tune in, talk to us. We got Montre Malone out there on the road. We got Byron Hearing out there on the road. We got Cornelius Rector from Jesus Delivery. Rainy Tapia.
Don't be telling all our owner operators they're gonna be trying to give them some work, and then we're not gonna be able to get them to go to work. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of our weekend recap. And now we're about to move into upcoming events. Stop rocking in that chair. All righty. Oh, wait, you know what? I did this. So listen, we all know that it is LGBTQ month. I wanted to flip this because a lot of people kept asking, what are you going to say in regards to LGBT, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. I'm about to flip the script on y'all. Let me tell you why the government, I understand that this is People's Pride Month and, we're all proud of who we are as a person. And I'm not going to knock them for that. Now, do I completely feel like how they're living their lives is, right and correct? No, but who am I to judge? We just gonna put it like that. I've said that several times, but let me tell you this, and I have this up on the screen so that you can see the economic impact of the LGBT community, okay? Here is why the government supports them so much. I know you see them numbers on the screen. Can you see those numbers on the screen?
Yeah,
$1.7 trillion is put out there into the economy by businesses that are owned by LGBTQ people. Okay. Let me tell you.
1.7 trillion?
Trillion. Okay. We're always talking about the black dollar. We always talk about the black dollar and how much money, all of this. LGBT community is doing what? 1.7 trillion. If all of the estimated businesses in America projected their contribution to the economy exceeds that, okay? It exceeds it. Y'all see, I've got all of the logos for the people who posted this. This is why when it comes time for us to get rights in regards to them being able to marry each other, to change the insurance, to change this, that, and the other, I think we didn't realize how big of an impact their community is having on economics. What do you got to say about that? I see you're confused. I know that a lot of people wouldn't be talking about this, but this is I'm Just Saying Live, and I'm here to educate the people. Y'all can talk down as much as you want, but when it comes to the dollar, which we know is what America is worried about, they standing out in another way. I'm gonna say be proud of that. They're also pushing for to be included, because a lot of people, when they were asking for these small business loans during COVID and stuff like that to try to keep their businesses alive, they were not receiving the money simply because they were LGBTQ. Now, I don't think that's right either. If you're gonna let them get married, if you're going to allow them, or want them to be, accepted in the community, things of this nature, you can't have that double-edged sword and then not want them to thrive or not want them to be able to apply for these grants and things of this nature. You got to be fair across the board. If you're going to give them the rights, give them the rights. If you're not, take it all away. What you got to say? You still stiff and quiet over there. You confused, huh?
Oh, no, I'm not confused. I'm just trying to see if we got any LGBTQs in our family so they can help us get some of that money too.
It says even though 1.4 million LGBT-owned businesses in the United States have a combined economic impact of $1.7 trillion on the U.S. economy, the LGBT people are housed in every city, country, and region across the United States. There is still a profuse amount of legislation holding the community back in the public sector. So Nelson explains basically further in this thing that I'm reading that, of course, what I said, that the federal government is not allowing them to receive certain contracts. Do we think that that's fair, Anthony? That's the only question I'm gonna ask you about this then.
It's the same thing like minority owned.
So you think that they should be able to have the right like every other business, because it's still a business?
Are they in the bracket with minority owned businesses or female owned businesses, or what? Are they separate?
They're trying to say that, they're LGBT, and why I'm trying to figure out when they started asking that question on an application either way, because either it's a man or a woman. And if it's the men that are applying, maybe that's the reason, because they would not consider that a minority.
I guess they want their own bracket.
Correct. They're probably looking for their own thing yet again, to separate themselves from everybody. And I don't see how separation creates inclusion, if you will.
Because I know the women-owned businesses
included, but you want to
businesses.
Separate. You want to stand out separate, but you want to be included. I don't know how that works.
Again, I guess that'll be something else for us and other companies to compete against if they separate it.
If they're separate.
So not only will you have the minority businesses, you'll have the LGBT whatever business. So now what the government must say, hey, they got to get so much percentage of these jobs that's being built.
I understand. But they are people too. And just because of your sexual orientation, you shouldn't be, negated out of receiving monies that are out there. But I also am a firm believer of, if you want certain things, you got to follow the rules. I had to learn that, start filling out that paperwork the right way instead of trying to get the hookup type situation. And we might be able to consider this a hookup, if you will. I want to take time right now to say what's up to everybody who's on the live. Thank y'all so much for joining. And Alice, what's up? B. Jones, what's up? Montre Malone, what's up? We're so happy to have you guys on here. I've got some other names on here too. Thank you, and thank you for supporting us each and every week. Remember, if you want to be a part of the conversation here at I'm Just Saying Live, all you have to is email us at imjustsayinglive@gmail.com. Remember that there's no G, it's just saying with an N. All right, Mr. Thomas, that was my piece on LGBTQ months. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was something different. I hope you learned a little bit of something about this world that we're living in and what they worried about, period. Okay. All right, Juneteenth weekend is coming up, and I was telling you that I will post some flyers down in the bottom. The Shrine of the Black Madonna is definitely putting on an event. Houston Association of Black Journalists is also putting on an event, and that's why I was up here with my screen being shared. Okay, let's get that back up because I want to be able to show you the flyers so that you can know what to do for the weekend. Also, I am not taking away, let me let y'all get that information. They're meeting up at Wilberforce and Wheatley at 9 a.m. in the morning, okay? If you wanna have a matching t-shirt, please support them by bringing your $10 for your t-shirt and some candy, okay, to pass out to the kids as they put on this parade. That's Houston Association of Black Journalists, which I'm a part of, okay? All right, next. Y'all know AUA is coming up with the H-Town giveaway, okay? July the 23rd. Remember, we still need sponsors. We need volunteers. Anything that you think that could be added that would, be a great asset to what we've got going on. We got DJ Mike coming out. We got Bouncy Houses by Adore coming out. We got all kinds of things going on. It's going to be a great, great time. What you got to say about that AUA, Anthony?
It's in Finnegan Park. Let me just say Fifth Ward. Everybody know what Finnegan Park is. It's right there between Cocoa Apartments and Phyllis Wheatley.
That's where we're going to be doing our giveaway. Remember that it's free for each one of the kids that come through there. We're going to give them a week's supply of undergarments. We're going to give them a backpack, and normally we throw a little surprise in that bag as well, but they're going to have fun. They're going to have snow cones, bounce houses, games, and prizes. So make sure you come out at 10 a.m. on July the 23rd. We're going to have a really good time out there.
Y'all come on out and support these kids. These kids need all the assistance that they can receive, and we appreciate y'all. Thank you.
All right. So you know that Father's Day, I told you about the Juneteenth stuff that's coming up. I need you to check that stuff out on the Shrine of the Black Madonna. And also I will post some things that are going to be going on. Now, I asked the guy who's running the place over there whether or not, because now that they've lumped Father's Day, poor fathers, in with Juneteenth weekend, all these concerts, all these activities, the car shows, everything going on Father's Day. I said, did y'all allow that to take away from Father's Day? They said no. They actually planned a Father's Day event as well over at the Shrine of the Black Madonna. So if you have not made any plans to celebrate the fathers in your family, make sure that you check them out. I'm going to put the links to their Instagram down in the comments on our Facebook page, okay? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it in there when we're on the live. I'm going to make sure that I include that in the live. Today, I told you guys that for Father's Day, you need to make sure that you plan. So I hope you got your plan already in place because we're real close. But I know it's a lot of y'all out there who haven't selected your gift. And Anthony's the father in our family here. I got my dad. We're going to talk about some gift ideas real quick. I've talked to Anthony several times about what we think are good Father's Day gifts. Give us one more example, and then I'll go through my list of things for Father's Day this year that are on top of the list.
Oh,
this is like Oprah's favorite things. This is gonna be Tennille's things. You said what?
I'm just gonna tell them what my gift is that y'all giving me.
That's what I'm saying. So what is something that's special, or what's something good that you like to receive on Father's Day?
Oh, well, normally I like to go to the four-wheeler park. So what is it? Extreme Park up in Crosby, ride the four-wheelers, get muddy, ride in the water, crash into my wife and the kids, race them. That's always fun. Be out there for the whole weekend, Friday to Monday. But this Father's Day weekend, they taking me to Vegas, y'all. They're gonna be up there for 10 days.
So you're definitely a fan of the trip. You're definitely a fan of the trip. You want to go lay up near the pool and hang out. You want to go, you gonna go gamble a little bit?
Nah, I'm gonna suntan this tummy of mine.
I want you to get rid of that tummy. You need to be working out. You need to be working out while you're out there. Somebody posted in the comments, Anthony, did y'all worry, America worried about that rainbow dollar?
Where's the end of that rainbow dollar?
Not the rainbow dollar.
It's a pot of gold at the end of every rainbow. Whatever. Where's that pot at the end of the rainbow?
Rainbow Dollar. Hey, Marvin, thank you so much for joining as well. Now, let's get to Tennille's list, okay? Listen, I went through the thing. Remember, I was telling y'all about the personalized gifts. I think personalized gifts are great, but a really big thing this year are the personalized socks, the personalized, the monogrammed robes. It's real big, and joggers. Everybody loves the joggers. Let me say this, Anthony, you brought something up very interesting earlier when you talked about the family reunion and the hoochie daddy shorts. Ladies, let me tell you, you can go get your husband his very first pair of hoochie daddy shorts and be on for the summer, because I know you want to see him in those shorts. Anthony, you have a pair that's not tight, that still is manly. Tell him where you got him. Because it was last minute while he was on the road. We keep talking about this trucking life. We're going to keep incorporating it. Where did you get what I called hoochie daddy shorts?
Where did I get mine?
Yeah.
I think I was out of town somewhere. I needed something else to wear, and I think I ran into Walmart. They had them at Walmart.
Ladies, they look good. They come down to the knee. It ain't the ones that's real high, but they fit it. And y'all know y'all like those gray sweatpants. It's like the gray sweatpants, but in the shorts version. That's my suggestion. That's one of my suggestions to you. Go get those hoochie daddy shorts. Okay. Next. Listen, you can also do the Pop Darts game that we talked about, not only for moms, but for Memorial Weekend. That is another fun game that you can play with the family. They also have right now where you can get the best dad ever basketballs. You can include pictures of father and son and daughter on the basketball. Now, I don't know how long that's going to take for it to come, because it did not say on the thing, but I thought that was another good idea, that way you can also get him outside to go play with his basketball. If you are trying to get rid of the dad belly, the dad bod, if you're trying to get rid of that on a guy, then that basketball might be a really good thing. He can also put it up in the case, maybe in the man cave. While we're talking about the man cave, let's also talk about the decanter set or bobblehead that you can have created especially for him. He can have his own bobblehead nowadays that he can put in his man cave, and also, his liquor set of his favorite sports team, or you can put his name on it. All of these things can be personalized. What do you think about those gifts, Anthony? Any of those pique your interest?
They are. I want you to order me that. I want you to order me that candle.
Say that. You're not supposed to say that. I'm just saying, you got to agree that those are great gift items.
No. You are not going to get me a monogram basketball and we're going to be out there playing with it. It's going to be sitting up on the shelf somewhere.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I said that you could put it in the man cave.
It's okay. You know what I want? I want you to go give me one of them scented candles that say, light this candle if you want some D. I'm going to put it in that room for you.
Oh my God, you get on my nerves.
I see that on Instagram. That's what I want you to get me so I can light it every night.
Are you supposed to be lighting it, or am I? How does that work? Does the lady?
No, it's. Oh, well, you better light it every night.
Lord help me. Okay, so we also have a comment here that says, ladies, get him something that matches his personality, not what you see everyone else buying. Y'all do be doing the guys wrong, I believe that's going to say, with them basic ASS gifts. Okay,
Drawers, t-shirt, and ties.
I didn't list underwear. I didn't list the t-shirt. I didn't say any of those things, but that's all right. Y'all can get up off my list. I was trying to help the ladies with some last minute gift items that were not the same, but clearly there's candles out there that you can get to let the man know when you want the D. And I guess I better go hunt it down because I had absolutely no idea. How about that? Okay, so we've got something else to talk about for today, because today is National Flag Day. I'm not talking about the colorful flag for LGBTQ, but today's National Flag Day, and we're celebrating the U.S. flag. Anthony, Do you have any questions? Is there anything interesting that you might like to ask me about the U.S. flag and how it came about, our current flag?
And I often ask you, how did they come up with the idea besides that little white woman sewing that flag adding them stars to it? How did we come up with the color red, white, and blue? What
Okay,
do the colors mean?
So here's the thing. The current American flag was designed by a high school student from Ohio. Most people think about the white lady like, sewing and stuff before war, but her original flag stopped with the 48 stars. This high school student,
Correct.
due to a school project, he added the extra 2 stars, and his teacher gave him a B on the assignment saying, he would get he said, well, why did I not receive an A? He said, anybody can make a flag. He said, no, and explained to him, why his flag was different and that he had added the extra stars. So he said, well, when Congress approves it, thinking he's being funny, when Congress approves it, I'll give you your A. All behind a high school project. Now, listen to this. Robert Heff called the U.S. Senate, I believe, he sent 21 letters and called them 18 times. He, in 1960, received a call back from Eisenhower, who was the president at the time, accepting his new design as the new representation for the United States of America. Can you believe that?
But they had to add the other 2 states also.
He added the other 2 states. After he added the other 2 states, after hearing that they were going to be part of the U.S.
Okay.
He said,
so he was thinking he was ahead of the game.
So he was ahead of the game. He went ahead and put them on there because they were supposed to be becoming part of the United States of America, and added them. His teacher gave him a B. Do you think his teacher went ahead? Because I know everybody's asking this question after I told that little story. Do you think his teacher went ahead and gave him the A?
No, because he was already out of the class, but
but they say that he did. They say that he did. I said exactly the same thing. I'm sure that class was over and done by the time that they received approval for this. But like I said, 21 letters and 18 phone calls got us our new flag that was very first flown in 1960 on the 4th of July.
Okay, then.
All right. Now,
thank you, youngster.
What you say? Thank you, youngster.
Thank you, youngster. Yeah, thinking out the box.
All right, now y'all know it is time for our news and sports update. So, Mr. Thomas, tell me about these sports. You got some sports update?
I only got one thing to say.
What's that?
Golden State might not make it, even though they up 3-2. They need one more win, but man, Boston giving them hell. They giving them hell in hot water.
They have definitely been doing their thing. And so it's crazy that last 104-94 win put the Golden State Warriors back in the lead. They're definitely fighting for it. This championship is being fought for.
Yeah, it's back to back. And if Steph Curry can't come through, he better have a whole bunch of assists because, hey, Boston is serious over there. They want that championship. They said they're doing this for Larry Bird.
Okay.
Celtics haven't won nothing.
They're trying to bring it home.
Yeah, they haven't won nothing since the early 80s. But we will see. We will see.
Boy, you can't stop.
I wanted to go all the way.
You wanted to go all the way. Is there any other thing in sports that you would like to talk about?
No, I'm waiting on football.
Okay, you wait. Everybody's waiting on football. My kids are here waiting on football, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody waiting on football. You better get your kids. If you're one of those people who procrastinates, it is now time for your kids to go ahead and be signed up for the football, for the foosball. So you're gonna be outside in the heat in the summertime practicing. Up next, Yellowstone. Let's talk about this travesty that has happened in Yellowstone, because I know a lot of parents are out there traveling around. Yellowstone is a big place for people to go and visit during the summertime with their kids, but they have suffered from severe flooding that has shut down Yellowstone National Park and left some people in surrounding communities trapped without safe drinking water. All the park entrances have been closed to visitors through at least last Wednesday. And so it's record flooding. This is crazy. The flooding
Sorry about that.
is coming from the different elevations and things melting. 96% in Wyoming, 3% is in Montana, and 1% is in Idaho. So the river covers a bunch of different spots, and it swelled up because it was full over. And there we have it. Yellowstone shut down for the summer, looks like, just to be safe. I would not go out there because there's lots of bridges and things of that nature, and you don't want nothing to fall underneath you and your family. Let's be real.
You don't want that wildlife getting you neither. Because they moving around too.
Definitely don't, because they're definitely moving around as well, trying to get away from the water. So heavy rainfall. Some people are going through droughts, and they had heavy rainfall and runoff from the mountains.
Right.
So I know that y'all were expecting me to talk about these gun laws and things of this nature in social unrest, because so many things have been going on. We had several more shootings over the course of the weekend, but I'm not going to put that right there. I'm going to put it in the news, because guess what? These gun laws that they are trying to pass have been very hard to get approved. What they have submitted now says that no rights have changed, and I'm just trying to keep y'all abreast of what's going on. No rights have been lost with the new law that they are trying to pass. No privileges have been lost. What they did include was making it easier for teachers and staff to carry weapons. How do you feel about that, Anthony Thomas?
Yeah, they tried to pass that
in school, correct?
Yeah, back when I was little, I remember back my younger years, they tried to pass that. And then they came back again in the early 90s talking about the teachers need to be armed because of the kids. But a lot of parents, and they tried to do it again a few years ago, about 5-6 years ago, when our kids started going to school. But a lot of parents not feeling that. And I don't know how I feel about, take it back. I think maybe the teachers need to be on so they can protect the children in there.
Now, I have seen
incidents that's coming about.
I've seen in recent things that a lot of teachers are kind of cutting up and acting a fool at the schoolhouse. Let me just say that. So do we want those people? I don't know if I want those people with a gun, because these kids are really riling these teachers up. I showed you.
So what you saying?
I showed you a video of the teacher who told the girl, "Go get your daddy." Do we want those type of people with guns when it comes to our children?
I don't know. What they say is a catch-22. It's a hit and miss. You never know. And those might be the ones that need the gun when something come about. They're gonna go out there and take care of business. They can go pop that sucker in the hallway. We don't have to worry about it. We'd be safe. But then when it comes to them little rude, rowdy, little disrespectful kids, you don't need to bust them upside the head with the gun. You need to just put that belt to their ass. That's what I say. That's what they need to put back in school, where you can whoop these kids. That's probably what all of them need. Their parents not whooping them nor disciplining them. And we all know everything starts at home. So how you expect for the teacher to teach your child if you didn't teach your child how to sit his butt down or her butt down in class and pay attention? But now you want to get mad when the teacher say, you know what, get out of my face, go get your parents, I don't want to talk to you no more. Teacher ready to do something because you just rude and disrespectful. But most of the kids are there to learn, enjoy their little life, while they're there, and get their education. How were you in school, Tennille? Were you one of those that they told you to go get your mama?
I thought I was an angel. Let's say that. Other people, seem to me that things were a little different from what, I thought. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I did have things to say. If you messed with or bothered me or did whatever, I mean, I'm gonna talk back to you crazy. We all know this.
So is this in high school or college?
This is high school.
Okay.
College, I was really kind of quiet when I was there. That part.
Wait, what you mean when you was there?
When I was there,
I
I told you I had a real hard time understanding, if you will, that I needed to go to class. I'm just saying. Next, after gun laws, let's talk about these stocks. I know that everybody during COVID tried to jump right in, to the stocks and bonds, and people started branching out a little more. I'm just saying, live definitely encouraged you to get out there, because African-American women are the lowest on the totem pole when it comes to actually taking a chance and putting your money out there into the stocks. Stocks plunged on Monday, officially pushing the S&P 500 into the bear market territory, which means that a 20% decrease at close from the previous days. 20%. Can you imagine losing 20% of whatever you have inserted? They said people started dropping out left and right, trying to get up off of that stuff, trying to keep some of their money. Bitcoin also fell. Y'all know I'm trying to keep you in the know. I'm just saying. So if you haven't checked your little Robinhood account, go check it. It's probably looking real funny right now. I sure hope it pops back up. I still encourage you to pay attention, because that is a way that you can change your financial situation if you're on top of it. Right now is just not the time if you're a newbie. Big, anything you got to say about that?
Better watch them dollars. That's what you better watch.
Better watch them dollars. Yep. So even if you're trying to hide behind Bitcoin and things of this nature, right now it fell below $23,000. It's real shady out there. All right. Well,
I know it's kind of hard to figure out, should I pull? Oh, go ahead.
Right. It is. Go ahead and say that, because that is what a lot of people deal with or have issues with or whatever. They are saying they have a hard time knowing when to stop, if you will, when you're going to let it go. You better get off of it. When it comes to time like that and you're watching.
Take all my money out, leave it in, or what?
And sometimes you don't take it all out. Maybe you just leave a little bit. Take your earnings so that you make sure that you're not dropping past your initial investment. That's my motto. I just take whatever I feel like I've made. Once you calculate it up, you take out what you've made. That way you don't have to worry about going into the negative, or take out your initial investment if you feel like, you may be on to something and something might rise on the back end. So just depends on how you decide to play your cards. This is very much so a poker game, and you either got to be stiff with it.
Right.
Or lax.
Gotta have that poker face.
Are you ready to get out there or not? Now, I
you gonna hold or you gonna fold? Which one you gonna do?
You say what?
Are you gonna hold or you gonna fold? Which one you gonna do?
Are you gonna hold or are you gonna hold them or fold them? Okay. All right. Now, let me say this. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, you have the opportunity not only to listen to us right now. I need some of those things that give the vibe, You can also catch all of our shows pre-recorded and reran immediately after the show on YouTube. And I'm just saying, please go subscribe to our YouTube, like and follow. Okay, now we told you earlier about AUA and the donation drive that we're having right now. I've talked to my Rotary Club. I've preached to you, friends and family out there, about how important it is to help these kids in their time of need, okay? Please, 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 ladies and gentlemen, I need your assistance with making this event great. We are also planning to have a huge gala this year, because we're planning on doing an event next year in Dallas again. So we need to raise funds for that. If you would like to be a part of that event and you can't be a part of this one right now, please, please, please let me know. Okay, please let me know if you'd like to be a part of the planning process for that. Now, you know, a little bit later, we need you to stick around because entertainment news is coming. And I got something that I think is gonna shock you. We're also going to have a little bit of LGBTQ in our Tennille's Touchy Subject. Okay. This is my LGBTQ show, Mr. Thomas, so you can stop looking at me like that.
No, I'm just saying there's nothing you can say that would surprise any of us.
Are you sure? I don't think you're
Nothing. No, we know you're gonna always surprise us, but you can't surprise us because we know you. You always got something up your sleeve. Say, just shaking my head.
shaking your head. Yes, there's going to be a little bit of a touchy subject today later in the show. It is almost 11 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. And, you know, I always am telling you guys about how these wonderful people have joined on the show, and I'm super excited to have them. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to go ahead and try to run through our thing because our person for today, which is Measure Twice, Cut Once with Mr. John Wyndham, has not popped on here yet. So this is what we're gonna do. You know, I'm gonna go back to my screen sharing, Mr. Thomas. You heard that?
Oh, you got some pictures to show from the reunion and graduation?
Oh, I'm not showing those pictures. Y'all had me out there looking cray. Okay. I was cooking, y'all, and I had socks trying to protect my feet from the dirt that was over by where I was. So I was looking pretty crazy. And Mr. Thomas clearly thought it was funny and something that he should reshare and post with the family. No, not that. Okay. Anyway, it was hot, you know, there was a lot going on. I had a t-shirt on, you know. Oh, and he said we were wearing dry fit today. Did you see I matched you with the dry fit?
Is that what that is? Well, look at you.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is I'm Just Saying Live with Tennille and Entertainment News. You can follow me at simply.Tennille. If you are just now tuning in, this is one of the more fun parts of our show. You're going to be able to see what these stars out here doing because I like to keep you in the know. I see Mr. Thomas is over there doing something, but you can follow him at Call Me Ant _. Okay, I think that's what it is. I'm going to just have to make sure I get that right. Here we go.
Call Me _Ant.
Call Me _Ant. There we go. Listen, remember how much we used to love actor Kevin Spacey? You remember Kevin? Played in some movies that we like. Hold on. 4 counts. Sexual assault. Hold up. I'm not finished yet. I'm not finished just yet. Against men.
A what?
Penetration without authorization.
Of men.
I
can't hear you.
Yes,
I can't hear you.
I'm gonna tell you, I would have never.
What?
This man right here. Let me tell you, I really enjoy watching him in movies because he's a great actor. But I would not in a million.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I thought I could shock you. I thought I could. Man,
that's horrible.
These Kevins need to stay out of the news after Kevin Samuels and all this other stuff. Need to stay out of that. Remember, he was in Baby Driver, because you were saying you could barely remember him. Margin Call, Billionaire Boys Club, Moon, Rebel, Elvis and Nixon. He's been in tons and tons and tons of movies. Okay. Casino Jack, all kinds of stuff. Okay.
Man, that's horrible.
Penetration without authorization.
Wait a minute, that don't even sound right. But
I made that up, of course. But no, but it does say on the thing that it was because of penetration. So it wasn't just a forced sex act where he was humping and grinding on them. He penetrated them. The 2 of the assailants, one of them is in his 40s at this point. and one of them is in his 30s at this point. So I'm taking it that this happened a while ago. Cut your camera back on. I'm gonna move on. But Kevin is now going to be going to trial in the UK for these acts. These actors, these directors, everybody just been getting it on the set or doing whatever and violating people's rights. Y'all got to stop. Please, I don't need anybody else to get caught up. Another man down. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Post Malone welcomes a new baby just in time for Father's Day. Now, I hunted and scoured all over the internet to try to find Mr. Malone's new baby pic with his fiance. I could not find a picture of the baby yet. Okay, so when I do, maybe we'll see just how cute that little thing is. But we know that he is a mega star, and I'm sure the baby will be too. So we're very happy, and we congratulate Post Malone on his new baby. All right. Up next, Miss Melanie Hobson is set to join a small group of Black women who have equity stake in the NFL. Power to my sister. I don't care who you married to. Let's say this. This is phenomenal. I told you that we had more Blacks doing phenomenal things coming up in the show. I'm going to say this. As an African-American woman, I am super proud that this is something that she even wanted to be a part of. She's going to be a part of the Denver Broncos franchise, and I am loving it. I mean, loving it. Okay. Definitely go and check her out. Remember, her name is Melanie Hobson. She has done some really amazing things. And this is another step closer, to doing something great. So I'm really proud of her for doing this. Let me make sure that we did not lose Mr. Thomas. Let me see if he's still there. Maybe not. And I don't see a thing to add him, so we're going to just keep pushing right along. All right, I want to talk about this. We have primed Sports Illustrated. The cover is graced by none other than Deion Sanders and some of his players from Jackson State. I want to talk about power. I want to talk about influence and how Deion rebuilt Jackson State. Listen, there's a lot of people out there. You've already made a name for yourself. You're doing really great things in your community. When it comes to a situation like this, he went to an HBCU. Y'all don't understand how powerful this is to me in my mind. The fact that they accepted him because of his social status already. And now he's using his power, his influence to rebuild this organization, to rebuild this school, to even bring a highlight. How many HBCUs, I haven't even looked up this number, have been on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Thanks for joining. This is I'm Just Saying Live. Call me Aunt. I'm talking about the power of influence. Deion Sanders and his team over there at Jackson State. Is there anything that you would like to say about that?
Deion is doing his thing. These people mad at him because he getting these kids. But hey, if I had a celebrity, our athlete, a Hall of Famer, saying they want my twins over there, our twins, oh, he going. They going.
In my mind, you can't get better experience. You can't get a better experience from somebody, especially if you're planning on them going to the league. He knows all the ins and outs. He knows everything about signing contracts. He knows all of the stuff. He's been through the gamut, and he's made a successful career, and then he still took time to come back and help those that are in a place of need, if you will. Oh, yes. I'm all for this. I'm all for it. It says why an HBCU revival is next on his list. What? Deion has big plans. He has always been a very big personality. He was big before, all of this came about, but this is taking him into another bracket for me. How about for you?
Hey, when he was over at Florida State, he was big. He started making a name for himself in college. Then when he went to the league, He went over to Atlanta. I mean, everybody like, oh, he's not gonna do the X, Y, and Z. Hey, soon as they put him on the field, from Atlanta to Frisco to the Cowboys, like I say, he's a well-known athlete, cornerback, DB, wide receiver, and like you say, he know the ins and outs. He know what to tell these kids about, like you stated, right contracts. Make sure everybody know about what you need to sign for, what you need to look for. Make sure you got that guaranteed money. Because a lot of them athletes went in there and
it's
signed
really
these
hard. You don't
$100 million
have that
contracts or whatever.
guaranteed money and you get hurt. Now everybody's relying,
Yes.
depending on you and your family, because you know they're gonna do it. It doesn't matter how you try to twist it, turn it. They gonna ask, somebody gonna
Right.
ask you for something. Somebody gonna ask you for something. And without that guarantee, you know, there's so many kids out there
Yes.
who are getting hurt, you know, and they're thrown out here into the limelight. They don't know how to deal with all this popularity. And sometimes it doesn't go as positive, but I think that Dion is doing a great thing in rebuilding this HBCU's team and hopefully other teams in the future. He's saying he's going to do a revival, Anthony, of all the teams. It's about to get real gangster out here.
Now wait, you talking about revival? All I can think about is him and MC Hammer when they used to try to preach back in the Gap. So go ahead, preach on, brother, preach on.
With they little, what you want to say, little sermons? I'm just saying live, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for it. Okay, we're definitely here for it. Now, listen, I kept that real short today because there are some other things that I wanted to talk to you about when it comes to social unrest. But before we get to that, you know, we have to do our affirmation. All right. And today's affirmation is: the truth is the kindest thing we can give folks in the end. You know, a lot of people try to talk about me and say, oh, you mean, and how you saying this ain't right, and blah, blah, blah. It's horrible. It's horrible, okay? It's horrible how people try to do you. But guess what? The truth is the kindest thing. It don't matter if it hurt a little bit. Know that it's, yes, I can. Know that it's coming from a good place, okay? Harriet Beecher Stowe from the Pearl of Oars Island, okay? What do you have to say about the truth, Anthony? Anthony? All right, well, we're going to keep on pushing with this show. I'm not going to wait on that. We're talking about giving people the truth, okay? And people, you know, sometimes they talk bad about you for doing it. They do. They talk bad about you for telling them the truth. But I'm here to say, I'm just saying live is going to keep on telling you the truth, okay? Period. I'm going to live.
Don't nobody want to hear the truth. You already know that.
I'm living my truth. Truth
they don't
is,
want to
some of
hear
y'all
because they
screwed
can't
up.
handle the truth.
Truth is, some of y'all real screwed up, and y'all don't want to admit it. I admit to my fault, just like I was telling y'all about them college years. Boy, woo, you could have just wiped that whole sweat off the brow. Trying to get me in line at that time, but you know, I pulled through, and this is where we are. I'm going to share the message with you about how to get through. I'm going to share it with every college student I talk to. I still go out to the schools and talk to the kids. I'm going to keep spreading the word and trying to help people. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. All right. So Mr. Thomas is having a hard time over there. Look, keep going in and out.
Yeah. They killing me over here in the country.
Okay. It's okay. Now, I want to share with you guys, you know, sometimes I like to do a positive, social unrest. And today is one of those days. What's the big deal about hair? Okay. Y'all see the barber here. He's cutting the young man's hair, you know, getting him together. Here we go. Are you ready for this conversation, Anthony? Because I think that a lot of people, I'm going to surprise you guys yet again. I'm trying over here. I told y'all I was going to be prepared this week, and I did just that. One of the big things about the barbershop is that the barbershop used to be a safe haven, ladies and gentlemen, for African Americans to go and communicate with each other in groups and this, that, and the other. So the KKK, when it came time for people to go out to the polling centers, the people who were not going to the churches, like the main preacher of the town, the barber, what is it? Basically, let's say the powers that be, they didn't go to the church in fear that someone would attack them because of the church burnings. They would go to the barber shop. When it came time to run and get away and be able to get somewhere where you were in a safe haven to keep yourself protected, you ran to the barber shop. When you got ready to cut your hair and make that statement of your afro or your your fade when it did come around, or to get your hair processed or whatever, you did that at the barber shop, and that was your way of speaking out loud to the public when people saw you. I think that a lot of kids are now doing that as well with their different hairstyles and dreadlocks and things of this nature, and we've gotten away from that being your safe place in the community. What do you have to say about the barbershop, Anthony, in regards to being a safe place for African-American men to talk about what's going on in the community, what's going on in their families? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I guess you can, as you stated, first of all, I didn't know it was a safe place, that's what where they used to go and hide or whatever. But I know the barbershop is a known place where a lot of men will go, just like women when they're at the hair salon. They sit back and talk. The men do the same thing. We talk about our issues in life or things at work, our kids. We share different things there. So it's no different from what the women do, but it's shocking to know that that's where they used to go to hide, and that they wouldn't go into the churches, because I always thought they used to go to the church to hide, and the church was the safe haven, not the barbershop.
So you couldn't really, so here's the one thing, you couldn't really talk in the church without certain people hearing and running back, because all throughout history, we've had those people who in turn go back and tell the man, if you will, about what we got going on. So the men of the community would meet at the barbershops.
Oh, so is that where Malcolm and Martin all them used to go to talk to each other while they getting their haircut?
Getting their hair cut and talking about the different
Spread
things.
the word.
Correct. Spreading
what
the word.
We're going to do, what we need to do.
Correct. Right. Or people from close towns, because you could see, those politicians from the close towns and this, that, and the other there at the barbershop.
Right.
Because, of course, there weren't that many. And the barbers played a huge part in economics. I've been talking about money today. They were the wealthy people in the community who knew everybody. So it made it easier because they were constantly making money. They're not at the markets trying to hope that they've got everybody coming to them. Because, in those small towns back in the day, how many barbers did you have? Now, people try to rag on barbers and act like that's still a skill. That's a trade, if you will. So when it comes to things like that, we don't think about the economics and people coming there to sell things. That's why those type of things happen, is because that's what happened back in the day. When women go to the beauty shop, they still having a situation where somebody coming through there selling the dresses like Jody from the movie Baby Boy.
They coming through. They coming through trying to sell you everything.
That's a huge part of our society, is the barber shop. So y'all start respecting them barbers and stop talking about them. They out there doing their thing, and it's for our community. So
because everybody want a fresh cut.
Yep. And so the KKK normally, that was another part of the thing that I read on this. The KKK definitely would go and go to the churches and do the church burnings and things of this nature. And so they started finding that the barbershop was a better, was a safe haven for them, and took a lot of their meetings there at the barbershop.
Wow.
Yay. I'm glad I could teach you.
That was very educational.
All right. Remember that we are here to provide you the best in edutainment, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope that it says the barbershop movie showed the importance of it in the Black community. Very, very much, very true. because your kids are there sweeping up, trying to make a little money for the family. Barbershop showed that. It showed the women coming in and being a part of that. It showed, trying to keep things in the community and the community teaming up together, if you will. So, oh Lord, I'm not playing with you. Somebody put the $40. They need the $40 to get them haircuts. You sure right. That's what the mama's getting the $40 for, is them haircuts. Y'all crazy. All right, I'm going to move on to our movie scoop.
Yay!
Yay.
What
now,
we
I
talking
still
about?
have not been able to check out Top Gun. I know y'all have been asking me about Top Gun. And last week, I don't know if I took time and was able to talk about Aretha. Anthony, do you remember if we did that? Thank you. Thank you for saying that's good information.
I don't know. But
you can't remember.
Aretha
Okay,
was
so
good.
let's just do this. So of course, I gotta give y'all a little something here. Let's get there.
I think you did, because you talked about them kids.
We talked about Aretha
You
having
talked
her
about
very
them.
first baby at 12 years old. I'm also going to talk about the kids and say this, since you say we talked about Aretha. Listen, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. My kids and I cheated yesterday. We watched Chicken Hair and The Hamster of Darkness. Kids are out of school. You need something to do. This is the perfect movie for you and your kids to watch together. If you want to take a little time, cut back from the games, maybe it's too hot to go outside. Woo, I'm going to tell you, this movie was all about self-esteem, finding yourself. It was amazing, appreciating who you are. So if you have a little one out there who is having a hard time with dealing with who they are and finding themselves, Chicken Hair and The Hamster of Darkness is the perfect story. Okay, look at you. It was good.
I'm looking at the rabbit with the hair with the chicken feet. But
yeah.
What kind of ears are those? What's on the end of those?
I can't tell you. It's all part of the movie. There's respect. I think we
And
did.
is that a turtle behind it?
That was a turtle.
Okay, never mind.
There was also a skunk.
And a skunk.
Yes. Go watch the movie, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to keep it pushing. It is now time for Tennille's Touchy Subjects. Okay. Are you ready for it? Are you ready? Are you ready?
I've been waiting on this.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've been having to skip over to Tennille's Touchy Subjects, and there's a lot of y'all that's mad at me. I know I said I was going to do it at 11 o'clock, but it's okay. I've been trying to include those new segments into the show, and it's been getting our time. Remember that you can follow us at I'm Just Saying Live on Instagram, and at IJS Live. So on Instagram, it's at IJS Live, and on Facebook, it's I'm Just Saying Live, okay? That's all you have to do. It's too easy. I need you to DM me when you're going through something you feel like could be a touchy subject. But I need you to focus on my face so I can tell y'all right now what we're about to talk about in this Tennille's Touchy Subject, okay? Remember that I told y'all it's going to include a little bit of LGBTQRLIK, okay? No disrespect, just saying. Dear Tennille, I thought this might be the perfect time to discuss this. For the past couple of years, I have not only been fighting my child's father for support, but also for his time. My ex is now gay and finds having a son embarrassing. I find this downright ridiculous. Responsibility is responsibility, yet he wants us to play like he doesn't exist. He says he is just now finding himself, and as if my son does not matter. I need the help, and my son needs his father. He is only 28. My family and friends who know him feel like he will turn around later, but I fear it may be too late. How do I handle this? Yikes. Yikes.
Go get you a real man.
And yikes. I think that Well, but the real man is still not the boy's father. I'm gonna read this one more time for anybody who is just joining. I'm just saying live. Tennille's Touchy Subject is going down right now. I need you to post your comments right now. Dear Tennille, I thought this might be the perfect time to discuss this. For the past couple of years, I have not only been fighting my child's father for support, but also for his time. My ex is now gay and finds having a son embarrassing. That's the very first part that just throws me all the way off. It seems like by having a son, with him, being, a male on male relationship, if you would, he would be happy. He was still able to procreate before he found himself, if you will. It says she finds this downright ridiculous. Responsibility is responsibility, because at this point, he is hiding from his responsibilities as a man, 28 or not. You are a grown man. How is it embarrassing that you have a child? I think that any gay man out there who is accepting some new man would accept your child as well. And maybe, I don't know, maybe this is a new thing in the gay community and they want you to just have been that way all your life. But I know for a fact, there are plenty of people out there who have been married, who've been in regular relationships, who all of that. So you know that these people have children or have at least had sex with the opposite sex. This I think that he just don't want a kid, period. I think it's the man. It has nothing to do with his sexual orientation, even though that's what he's blaming it on. He's using this as an excuse. Give me what you got to say, Anthony Thomas, and then we're going to check the comments.
Abomination. That's all I can say.
Oh, I almost fell off the chair. Oh my God, you cannot say stuff like that.
I don't know. I mean, look, first of all, you wrong. It don't matter what your preference is. If that's what you choose to do, that's fine. But don't neglect your kids. It's not your children's fault you want to be a sissy. It's not your children's fault you want to be whatever. But take care of them kids. Them kids that has to be here. And but since you made this baby, take care of this baby.
At this point, we are not even just talking about what you're saying is a sissy, because I don't want to call them that. I didn't call him a talking sissy. To men and women, period. If you are not taking care of your responsibility as a parent, you wrong.
Yes.
Period.
Dead wrong.
Kids need you when they realize that whoever's raising them ain't they parent, ain't they whatever. They always have an issue. It always becomes a problem. Here we are with a comment that says embarrassing. That's some self-esteem and worried about what others think, because it's plenty of brothers, still great fathers, that's in same-sex relationships, and kids are loved by them and know it. That's very true. All I can say is you're right, Anthony, an abomination for not taking care of your responsibility, not because of your sexual orientation.
Correct. Mm-hmm. That's not fair to that child. Yeah. And these children need to be loved, because now this child's gonna grow up being confused with different type of mental issues. And the child probably would have just accepted you for whom you were because you're his father or his mother. Okay,
and the mom is right.
Whatever.
The mom is right. The longer that he waits to come around, the more the son is going to resent him for that.
Yes.
Period. And then she's saying she's trying to get support as well. So you're not even sending the lady no money, and you're not giving the baby no time. That, to me, that's bad. We keep getting these comments in regards to embarrassment. You're right. It's embarrassing, period.
Yes.
So, I think that there's really, so she needs to know how to handle this. So how do we go about fixing this? Or I think he just basically needs counseling and being comfortable with himself. And if whoever you're dating at the time is not comfortable with you having a son, you're not dating the right person. Let's talk about that.
Right. We say, because they can't accept you for your child, hey, they need to move around.
We have a comment here that's also saying, I'm sorry to cut you off. We also have a comment here saying that maybe he doesn't want the embarrassment for his child. Yes, maybe he's the female type, and he's, you know, dressing up as a woman, and that's why he doesn't want to come around. You're right. That information was kind of left out. We don't know.
How old is the child?
How, so the child is 6. That's a very impressionable time, especially if she says
okay, well, let's
dealing with it for a couple of years.
Let me say this. It doesn't matter if that man is a cross-dresser or not. When that man goes see his child or help his ex-wife or girlfriend with that baby, he needs to dress as a man. He needs to be a man. And when that child gets older and starts seeing his daddy for what it is, that's understandable. But right now, you're correct. That child needs his father. And the same thing if it was a woman. If it was a woman playing the role of a man, that child needs his mom or her mom to be around. You can't do these kids like this. And you're right. Whoever stated that's real selfish. You don't do these kids like that. You wouldn't want nobody to do you like that if the situation was reversed. That's not fair to these children. Don't do them like that.
Very true. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think that we can say it in any other way. We definitely don't agree with this. We definitely don't. All this, you know how people be saying, well, let me just sign my rights over this, that, and the other. She's up here trying to give you the opportunity to still be with your child. There's a lot of women who would keep their son away from you and that lifestyle. You better be glad that you're not dealing with one of those. Because honestly, I don't know how I would receive that. I wouldn't want my son to be feeling like that's okay and that's how he lives his life, therefore negating the fact that I'm going to have grandkids one day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot for a parent to adjust to. She's accepted you for who you are, still allowing you to be around your son or wants you to be around your son, and you're just saying, forget that. I think you're being very, very selfish and just have no clue as to life, period, in itself. Like, this is bad. This is bad. It's bad, period.
And they wonder why these kids grow up to start, I mean, not actually growing up, why these kids start doing shootings in schools or bullying in school or just acting out at home because of things like this.
You're right.
Every child needs their parents. Even if they're not together, the children still need to see their parents. If it's on the weekend, during the weekday, however it may need to be.
Yep, you definitely need to find a way, ladies and gentlemen, to keep both parents involved. Doesn't matter how screwed up they are. We all know that there's something wrong with each and every one of us. You better take it in stride. I know that she possibly didn't know this before having the baby with this young man, but I hope that he grows up quick, because right now he's wasting precious time. This is I'm Just Saying Live. Anthony, we have come to yet the end of another wonderful show. Thank you so very much for all your support and being here with me. Tell everybody where they can follow you on social media.
So y'all get at me. I ain't talking about on no Snapchat neither. Hit me on what's it called? IG. Hit me on IG at call me _it. I get at you.
All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that part. I want you to go out there. I want you to be blessed. I want you to be great. I want you to continue to live your life. We rooting for you over here, okay? if you watching, we rooting for you. We want everybody to win. We're going to continue to win. And this is I'm Just Saying Live, and we'll check you guys on next week.
We'll tell you about the Vegas.
Gonna get it, and I'm just